Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Oblivion. It's been a while, but, you know, it's cool and shit. So, we're gonna head up to Bruma, and we've got, I think there are 3 quests that we can do there. The problem is Bruma also has a very important main thing in the main storyline. So, doing one of the quests here is just impossible until we actually, you know, get up into the story. But there's a few things that we can do here. First of all, I think we should just ask around about rumors.
I understand that
No, wrong rumor.
Goodbye.
Damn guards never give me the right thing.
We're here to help.
Are you? Help me.
I was at Olav's earlier. I ran
There
into
we go.
this Dunmer named Raynald Draelis. After a round or two, he told me he was an honest-to-goodness vampire hunter.
We've heard this tale before.
Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vampire among us.
Very suspect.
Apparently, Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures, and Raynil slew him. Kind of strange, though. I never figured Braden to be a vampire. He seemed to be such a likable fellow.
Well,
Goodbye.
a brotherhood betrayed. Sounds like somebody committed murder. Anyways, let's go talk to Raynil. Obviously, if he's a master vampire hunter, he won't mind us, you know, talking to him and finding out about him. Maybe he's another vampire. It'd be another thing, just like in the Imperial City. God, so unoriginal. Oh.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves, our Raynald Draelis, will be allowed access.
But what the fuck happened?
I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Raynald Draelis, we may never have uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we've found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Raynil arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected.
Wait a minute, isn't his wife just like over there crying?
And it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you. So, you can see we really don't need any help, but thanks for the offer.
Well, if you say so.
As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. You're dumb as shit.
I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living.
Have you ever given thought to maybe Raynil killed the people and Braden found out?
Anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble.
Feel free to question anyone in town. Shit. Well, they just seem to be looking. Oh. I guess I can't tamper with the corpse. But we can talk to his wife, which is just sitting here next to the dead body. Oh, you guys are terrible.
I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire.
Wow, she's like screaming at me.
No one will listen to me.
I'm right next to you, lady. Yeah, really, calm down. Jesus Christ.
I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast.
God, the shadows are just like bugging out right here. What the fuck are they doing over? Oh god, oh never mind. Ugh.
I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Rainil Draelus. He said he was a vampire hunter, and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Rainil, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement.
Oh, poor beggars.
The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Rainil convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire.
No. Yeah, it does look kind of bad.
It does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous.
That's true.
And another thing. The guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire?
It doesn't.
It's
Plenty
all
of people
that
work
Rainil character.
graveyard shifts.
I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before.
Really?
Of course, he says he's never been here.
Well, I mean, obviously he's not
There
lying.
isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name.
Alrighty.
I
So...
know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
Oh, wait. I guess I have to
Do
talk
you
to
have
him
any
about
more?
Rainil.
I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar.
Well, she doesn't know
I
where he
sound
is.
desperate, but I know I'm right.
I don't know
You're back.
if there's a way to get the compass point for it, but if you paid attention to what the first guard told you, you know that Rainil likes to hang out in the tavern at night, so we can go visit there. And it's also night time now, but
So, any new revelations in your investigation?
oh, okay. I think this guy will tell you where he is.
I'm sure Erlene is very upset. She'll be safe, though. Rainil has confirmed with us that she isn't infected. Her accusations that Rainil is lying is not surprising.
No.
At this point, she's so upset that she'll say anything to deny what really happened. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either.
Or maybe he actually just isn't a vamp. Never mind.
I'll warn you about one thing. I understand you wanting to help Erlene by checking up on Rainil. We have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Rainil is what he says he is. So I'm not sure what you're trying to prove.
So you're saying he's killed
I
people in
only
other
allowed
towns
you
before?
to do this investigation, and I use that term very loosely, because Erlene is so distraught.
Yeah, well, you
Keep
know.
up the good work, I suppose.
Any case, we have to head over to the tavern. Alga. I swore there was a beggar here just a second
Good to
ago.
see you.
Are you a beggar?
I'm Surotan. Proud.
No, you're not a beggar. Oh shit, I can invest in your shop. I'm gonna
What
invest
do you
right
want?
now.
I would.
Here you go.
You too.
Fuck.
You're a fit one.
I don't remember where this tavern is. It's really weird that I could invest in his shop while he's not there. I also don't exactly remember where the beggars sleep.
You have the... Yes?
Are you... Why do you have the orc voice?
You too.
Huh. Interesting. Are you a beggar? Yes, you are.
So...
Have a coin, beggar.
Blessings
So there
of
should
you
only be
upon
one more. I guess that's where you sleep. That's not it. I think these are all residential houses, and I'm sort of wasting my time over here. And your time. Da-da-da! Let's play. It's wasting time. No. Wow, I'm just horridly bad at this. Pfft. It's right next to the entrance to the city. Figures, right? Alright, so we got a few orders of business. And obviously, Rainil hangs out here. Invest 500 gold.
Be seeing you.
I don't
What can I do?
invest 500 gold.
Good journey.
I don't know if there's anybody else. No, okay.
What
So,
can I...
I'm going to talk to you about Rainil.
I usually don't give out that kind...
Well, he
Please,
doesn't
go
like
on.
me. Oh, shit.
You're no more. You're frightening me. I'm not buying. Yeah, I get it.
There we
You're
go.
good.
You probably,
Rainel's
yeah, there we go.
staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key.
Wow.
I always liked Braden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either.
Wow. Just wow. 70 disposition is always the point in which characters will like give you more information. It's just ridiculous that 70 is the difference between I don't want to talk to you and sure, here's a key to his room. It's like, really? Boop. Close that. Go into sneak. Let's see. It's just an hourglass in there. I don't need an hourglass. Parchment. Oh, there's something. Gelborn's journal. So I'm not going to read this. If you want, you can. But yeah, it just tells us where to go next. You can pause the video and, you know, read this and all the fun stuff because it's a fairly long journal. And if I were to read it, well, it would get kind of annoying. That's a really long journal, actually. Jesus Christ, I never realized how long this was. Anyways, we want to take that. I mean, we don't have to, but... Yoink. Anyways, now we have another map marker. And we know where Raynor is headed. Oh, right, this thing.
Hey, I'm Tolgan, herald to Countess Narina Carvane here in Bruma. She requests your company at your earliest convenience.
Will do.
Countess Carvane would prefer if you speak to her in person. She also said to present you with this stipend as a taste of things to come. My lady holds court from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening each day. That would be the best time to see her.
25 gold. Yeah, thanks. I'll buy a sweet
Safe
roll.
journey, my lord.
Anyway, my active quest is still there. So anyways, we have to travel. Wait. Oh, are we still... What? Who am I talking to?
Hello.
I guess I'm talking to Olav.
Have you heard any word?
What can I do?
Oh, right, Gelborn.
Gelborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Raynor told me that he was the last vampire he hunted.
Well, he wasn't a
that's
vampire.
right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynor and his so-called accomplishment.
Wow, this guy's spectacle as fuck. Or, what's the word? It's not spectacle.
Just look for me if you need anything.
Suspicious.
else to capture the
Yeah, suspicious? Skeptic. Wait. Is it skeptical? I'm like stuck on this. I guess it is skeptical. My brain is just not working. Terrifying. Anyways, we need to talk to the captain of the guard. Yes. We need to tell you about Gelborn.
Too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters.
Official matter. You're the one who told me I could investigate
The
it.
City Watch informed us that Gelborn was killed by Raynor not too long ago. Gelborn was a vampire as well, obviously.
I disagree.
What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Gelborn was not a vampire?
Why? His journal, of course.
I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynor have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad?
You see?
I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynor from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olev's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
And off he goes. He takes the journal, but that's fine. We can actually go into the basement and, you know, see the dead guy down here. Or unless he's been removed. Yes, he has. So there was a dead guy down here. And if we would have went down here when we first started the quest, we would have seen it. But Oh wow, there's like a little step thing, and it goes up there.
Hello.
There's no ladder. You're so cheery now. Oh, it's so stupid. Anyways, we have to go back to Olaf's tap and tack. Before the hour is up, I want to try and find the other beggar. You're not a beggar. House for sale. Yeah, we'll buy that once we go up and see the Countess. Though I believe we have to do her quest first.
How are you?
I've been better. How about you?
Wait, where's the other beggar? Usually their bedrolls are like on the outskirts or behind the houses. And if it's nighttime, it's easier to find their bedroll than it is to find the beggar. Because they usually be sleeping on it, but
Good to see
having
you.
a hard time finding it.
There's an air of mysticism about you.
Jesus Christ. Yes, we get it. I'm amazing. There's no... You don't need to bring... Everybody doesn't need to bring up how amazing I am. There's got to be 2 beggars in Bruma. There's 2 beggars in almost every city. Except for the Imperial City, which has like 1 in each district, I believe. But... Well then. I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to go check that
Greetings
house,
to you.
but
Yes.
see if I can't find the other beggar later.
Greetings, Argonian.
Or even just off screen.
How do you do?
Anyways.
Anyone looking for work should
By all
consider the
means.
Fighters Guild. I hear they're always looking
Okay,
for
so we're going to wait 1 hour in here.
Hi there.
We're all talking. Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynal was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Gelliborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynal doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice.
I'm going to need lots of
If
money.
he won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him.
And such starts the panic and a rush to go get him.
Please hurry.
He's not too hard to find. Yeah, it gives us a map marker, Boreal Stone Cave. It is a little bit of a trek to get there,
You've got the
but
hands of a smith.
it's okay.
Some time preparing.
So, before we move on, I do want to... Oh, okay, cool. I didn't remember if I had repaired my armor and weapons since the last episode. And the guy mentioned smithing, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should do that. Wait, how's my inventory looking? We can carry 200 more. Although I will have to eventually go and drop off a whole bunch of stuff.
Well met.
Whoops. There goes my torch. I can't remember what's in this cave, but I mean, if it's an indication of this quest, I think it might be bandits, or it might be trolls. Ugh, trolls. Oh god, why? Frame rate, why? Oh, it was loading. Loading frame rates are terrible. I really need to enchant myself a better sword at this point. I can't remember if I have a Daedric longsword in my equipment stash. I'm pretty sure I do. Although, that being said, there are some weapons that are just straight up better than the Daedric longsword. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we can discover along the way. I'm just trying not to get, like, into any encounters. Just because it'll slow everything down. Although, I might speed up this journey. So, oh my god, can I... There we go. Discovered that. Took forever. If I get into any fights, I'll just speed up the fights. But the game is pretty. It's nice to enjoy the prettiness. Well, something's angry at me. Also, bear. Come here, bear. Oh, God. Yeah, that's right. Get stunned. we will need lots of bear pelts for a very specific quest later. Oh, that's cool. It's like a frozen over little pond. How long has that been frozen over? If, like, the Bruma mountains are always cold. I mean, it's not like the game takes place in winter or anything. There we go. Boreal Stone Cave. So, before we go in here, let's repair what little damage we took. Wow, the helmet went down to like 19 health. I'm gonna try and stealth this. I don't need to, but I want to. Just because I do way more damage with the stealth attacks. Oh, I'm really hoping it's not. It's not an undead cave, is it? Oh, it might be an undead cave. Or it's just Raynal. And he knows exactly where I am.
I had a feeling you would catch on sooner or later.
I wish I had the torch.
Leaving that journal behind was a stupid mistake on my part. I saw you enter Olav's Tap and Tack before I could get there, and I knew that I had to sneak out of Bruma somehow. It was only a matter of time before you or Carius figured it out. No matter. After I've killed you, I won't need my vampire hunter ruse any longer.
You're not going to surrender?
Certainly not. I'm surprised Carius didn't send the entire city watch up here. But then I would have seen that coming, I suppose. I expected to lay low for a while and then be on my way. So again, I underestimated you.
Yes, you did.
This leaves me with little choice. Either I fight you now and have a chance at freedom, or I surrender and rot in a city dungeon. I prefer the chance for freedom.
Well, then you're going to die.
Yes, I suppose it is. Well then, we've talked enough. Only one of us will walk out of here alive this day. Good luck.
Why are you saying good luck to the guy who's going to kill you?
Here a second ago.
He was here a second ago. Really? Is my sneak that high? Oh my god. Wow. That was pathetic. Or maybe he's just really bad at detecting me. Alright, anyways. Whole bunch of keys. Glass armor, which we don't need. Actually, do I have a full set, right? I'm gonna put on a torch just so I can see stuff because it's severely dark. Did his sword fall through the ground? Oh, no, there it is. Oh, okay, it's just a Daedra Claymore. I don't think I need that, but I'll have to check my thing. Anyways, we discovered the mundane amulet in here. And I don't remember if there's anything else to Boreal Cave. I'm gonna check this secondary area over here, though. Seems like it might just be a undead dungeon. But then again, there might just be nothing in here. Yeah, there's nothing in here but some chests. That's pretty cool. This is an easy quest. Shit. I wish all things went like this. Alright, I'm going to pause for a second, and I'll be right back once I know whether or not I need any of the stuff on him. Nope, did not need anything. So, we've got everything we need for this quest. And out we go! So, I want to talk to you guys about something as I'm heading back into Bruma. I actually think, and I may be stupid for doing this, because I don't know how much time I'm going to have and everything like that, but I think I want to turn Oblivion into a 2-video-a-month thing instead of once a month. I want to do it on the 1st and 3rd Mondays from now on. This is why this one's not coming out on January 1st. It's coming out a little bit later. And, well, that and because January 1st had, like, 1,000 videos come out on it. But, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about that. And that's about it.
I was praying for your swift return.
Time to talk to his
What news
wife.
do you bring? Long ago, I made a promise to Braden. I promised to never reveal to anyone what I'm about to reveal to you now. However, because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Braden would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Braden told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it. The magic masks the true identity of the item. All it takes is a simple command word, and the amulet would be restored to its true state.
Huh. Did the word die with Brayden?
No. He always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge of that word in the event that he died, and I came into possession of the keys. If the other members of Brayden's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed, only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd give me that amulet, I would like to show you what you've recovered.
Well, obviously. Here's the amulet.
I will now speak the word. Brother.
Really? Really?
It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember seeing it.
Brotherhood.
I want you to keep it, as I have no use for this anymore. I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Brayden would want. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the amulet helps keep you safe on whatever roads you may travel.
Well, thank you.
Justice has been done.
And there we close out this quest. Now, we did get another quest. Almost immediately. Because the guy seeks you out if your fame is a certain level. But let's check out what we got. Phylactery of litheness. Litheness? Fortify speed 10 points. This is one of the few pieces of armor that, while it's not amazing, because I believe that you can enchant speed higher with I forget what they're called, but you get them from Oblivion gates. I believe that you can enchant speed higher from those, but this is one of the few things that will actually do something past the 100 limit on attributes and skills. So I don't know. It might be worth it. Why do I have negatives? Uh-oh. Oh, I contracted the vampire disease again. God damn it. Well, wait, that's not even supposed to be possible. What? Is it because I used the stones instead of the potion? Huh. Well, I'm not going to use the potion. So, that's interesting. I did not know that was even a thing. Huh. Anyways, we'll cure that again. We'll go and use the stones because I'm not getting rid of the potion. Anyways, our next one would be to go there, but I can try and get rumors to get the other quest here in Bruma.
Good day. What brings you to
Rumors.
Olav's tap and
Nope.
Have you ever considered? Well met.
My God, all of you. Not very helpful. Their outfits are like super yellow. I don't remember them being this yellow.
Well met.
It might be because I have like something that raises resolution of textures on. Ooh, rumors.
I overheard a guard mention the Countess is looking for...
Nope. That would be the rumor that would lead to the quest we already have, but, wow. It's a little brief thing of you and what we're supposed to come. I'm going to skip ahead to when I've either found the rumor or when it's an appropriate time to go visit the Countess. So I'll see you guys later. Well, I didn't seem to find anybody who knew the rumors, but I'll keep trying after this quest.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, he doesn't want to speak to me. Anyway, we gotta talk to the Countess.
I've heard much about your deeds from my people in Bruma. I trust the stipend Tolgan gave you whetted your appetite. Good point. Allow me to formally...
Whetted more than just that. Oh, wait a minute.
I'm Countess Narina Cavain. I assume you've noticed all the Akaviri relics I'm displaying. Well, it's safe to say I'm a collector of sorts. I've invested a great deal of time and money acquiring these bits of ancient history. In fact, I'd be so bold as to proclaim my collection the most complete in all Cyrodiil, perhaps even beyond. Except for one thing. A particular relic has eluded me for many years. Possessing this piece of Akaviri antiquity would make my collection complete. I'm of course referring to the Draconian Madstone.
I have no idea what that is. Anyways, before we talk about your Madstone, how about buying a
I've
house?
been looking for just the right. It's a quaint little
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy it. 10,000? Yeah, whatever.
one.
I'll pay
As
for it.
I've had.
There we go. We'll do that on the way.
The stone is a fine bit of Akaviri craftsmanship. Worn like an amulet, this talisman is said to protect the wearer from poisons of any type. The Madstone appears as a snake, coiled around and encircling itself. The eyes of the snake are supposed to be precious gems or some such. Through my sources, I've learned that the last reported location of the Madstone was the ruins at Pale Pass.
Okay, where's Pale
Are you
Pass?
familiar with the history of Pale Pass?
Nope, not at all. No, and I don't care. No, we want the story, but I forgot that was an option here.
Back at the end of the First Era, raiders from the continent of Akavir attempted to gain a foothold here in Tamriel. At that time, the Empire was broken into smaller factions. Raymond Cyrodiil decided to unify them and form an army to repel the Akaviri raiders.
Which now show up as a whole bunch of
The force
skeletons.
became known as the Army of Raymond. The two armies clashed in what's now northern Cyrodiil. The Akaviri were strong and well supplied. But their greatest error was marching through Morrowind on the way to their objective and dismissing the response it would garner from Vivek. They didn't count on Lord Vivek forming an alliance with the Trident Kings of the Dreg. From Morrowind, he struck at their rear flank. Not only did this make the Akaviri fight on two fronts, it also cut off access to reinforcements and supplies from the sea.
This was a little fascinating thing if you've actually played Morrowind. Just because it's fun and, you meet Lord Vivek and everything. It's a cool thing. Wait, who was Raymond Cyrodiil?
You must be joking, right? Who hasn't heard of the greatest known hero of the First Age?
This guy!
Raymond Cyrodiil not only was the conqueror of the Akaviri forces, but he actually convinced them to help build the Empire as it is today.
Well, it's sort of gone
With
down
such
in the
an
dumps in
empire at his
places.
disposal, he conquered most of Tamriel, except Morrowind, of course, and was crowned emperor. In fact, he instituted the rites of becoming an emperor, which included the construction of the Amulet of Kings. His alliance with Lord Vivek during the Akaviri invasion is just one example of his cunning and ingenuity.
It kind of bugs me, the difference between, high-resolution facial textures, the super high-res amulet textures, and then, the terrible stock textures of her clothing in the background.
Not quite.
So sad.
The army of Raymond knew that the organized Akaviri forces were commanded from a hidden post in the mountains. Rumors placed it in a snowy vale called Pale Pass. That's where Raymond focused his attention. As his forces fought their way across the Gerald Mountains, the Akaviri suddenly surrendered. It was assumed they were overwhelmed and gave up. The only strange part was that the command post and Pale Pass were never found. It was dismissed as a rumor, and the army of Raymond celebrated. It's come to my attention that the post did exist, and it happens to be the last reported location of the Draconian Madstone.
Well, then it seems that that's where we're going.
If you retrieve the Draconian Madstone for me, I'll be happy to compensate you by rewarding you with another Akaviri artifact. Are you game?
Yep, let's do it.
I had a feeling you'd accept. Good. Then let me tell you how you're going to find the Madstone. I've come into the possession of a diary written by an Akaviri messenger. I suspect that the text within can lead you to the ruins. Here's a translation of the passages we could still read. It was quite damaged. I've also included a rough map that was drawn in the diary as well. I'm also providing you with a unique key that was supposedly found with the diary. I'm assuming it'll prove useful when you arrive at the site.
Well, I've got the diary translation and the key.
May the path ahead be free of danger.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and read the things we just got. Oh, wow, I still have all the house stuff from the other place. Anyways, the diary, if you want to read it. I'm not going to. But you can pause and read on your own. Oh, shit. I sort of lost my place there. There's one thing I will say. Bethesda takes their lore to a whole other level. Like, really. Alright, so there's the journal. And then the map is actually just a map. I can't remember if we need to follow it specifically, but rocks, statue, and then door. I actually think we do need to follow it. The other thing about this quest is that it's actually kind of difficult if you're a low-level character. I mean, we're not, but we're also not terribly, like, equipped to handle this. So, fuck. I don't remember where this starts. Because I didn't just read this. Dragon Claw Rock. Oh, wait. Could I have asked her about Dragon Claw Rock? I'm so used to M being a map, and it's not in this game. Whoops. I don't have Dragon Claw Rock, right? Frost. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try asking her about it.
I'm your relief. It's about time.
But that's the thing I need to find, I believe. And then we can follow, you know, the map from there. I'm going to ask if she has it.
I'm pleased you...
Diary?
I paid several scouts to try and find the ruins at Pale Pass before I hired you. They were only able to locate the first of a series of landmarks.
There we go.
These landmarks are mentioned within the diary. The one referred to as Dragon Claw Rock has been located. I'll mark it on your map. The rest is up to you. My scouts reported bitter cold and dangerous creatures in the area, so they couldn't proceed. Be cautious and return home soon. Good luck.
It's not that difficult of a map to follow, really.
You're off duty now.
I mean, it's just like go west and then go north. It's kind of dumb. But whatever. So, we need to head to the rock. I don't suppose I can fast travel to it. I guess I should check that. Let's see. How far are we from the rock? Oh, wow. It's all the way up there. Okay. Well, at least there's a path up to the rock, so... I can fast travel over to the stables because I don't want to walk through Bruma. It would take 2 loading gates for that. This way we can just walk up. And there's a convenient path that goes right up the mountain, which we can follow. I am on that path, right? No, I am not. Oh, it goes out a little bit and then it goes north. Yeah. I mean, with such a, like, clearly laid out path, I don't... It's weird. I'm not entirely sure where this path is supposed to go lore-wise either. Oh, wow. All the trees and shit are going to be loading in as we're walking up here. So, yeah, if we continue north past everything else, we'll get there. So I'm going to speed up the way to Dragon's Rock, because there's probably not going to be much. Is that a paint horse? Out of nowhere? What? Why is there a paint? Oh, you're out here hunting. You're going to get yourself fucking killed.
Hi there.
Anyway, I'll be back. Oh shit, we're there already. Well then. Let me take care of this bear real quick. Yeah, so from the rock, we have to go straight west. I'm gonna do this real quick. rock. Straight west. Up here, and conveniently there's a little path that you can go up. It's not like one of the laid out paths, but they realize obviously you're going to have to climb up here. But, I mean, there are rocks and everything, so... I mean, it's not that hidden. Ah, shit, Spriggans. Don't summon no bear. Anyway. Hey, look, there's the second thing. Second landmark. Is that a will-o-wisp? Is that what's fighting us? These things, at a low level, will-o-wisps are dangerous. Not gonna lie, they really are. And then from here, there's a convenient path north. Who would have thought it'd be that easy? I saw a second will-o-wisp up there. I don't feel like fighting it. Ah, shit. So, when I did this in my first playthrough of the game, because I did this quest, it's pretty easy. But, there was a really, really hard, oh, what are they called? There was not a troll, an ogre up here, and I was like, oh, it's going to be impossible. I have no idea what we're going to face inside of here. It might just be ogres, and they might be Pale Pass ogres. So it might be a unique enemy. I just remember them being so much harder than the actual ogres. But we'll find out. That's why I've gone sneak mode, because if we can get just one hit on them beforehand, it'll be very, very useful. Because they're quite powerful. Another rat. I don't believe that there are undead here. I believe that there are undead when we actually go to get the Madstone, because almost all of the Akaviri show up as undead. I mean, they just are. Oh, whoops. I got hit by a trap. That was dumb of me. Oh, chest time. Ah, just a necklace and some gold. There's no enemies in here. Is it later that there are ogres, or... I could have sworn there'd be... Oh, there they are. Body of a message. What? Oh, this dude. Yeah. So we can pick up Akaviri orders from him. So. We can't read it because obviously we can't read Akaviri. But, we'll take it with us. Yep. Hell past Ogre Cave Boss. Oh, wow. I guess they don't quite level the same? Huh. Oh, great. There's a fucking... Oh, it's just a bear. Okay. I thought it was undead. And just some gold. Wow, is there really only one ogre? I remember this being so much harder. Earlier in the game. Oh, okay. There are more ogres. Oh, he saw me. He doesn't like me. No, he can't find me. Sneak attacks really just do break this completely. Oh, weak potion of shield. Interesting. Anyways, moving onward. I believe there's one more ogre. Or just a bear. Hello, bear. Oh, no, there's the ogre. Rock slide. Which, does that prevent us from going that way? No, it doesn't. It's a will-o-wisp. Man, I'm getting a little lost in here. Like I probably shouldn't be. Oh shit, what? Is there another bear down here? Oh, nope, there's an ogre. Huh. And was upstairs an optional path? Well, time to go up there and find out. I am kind of curious what the cave-in path was. Huh. Also, because of how long this quest is, Bruma might have to go into 2 parts. What? Resist poison, blue and green outfit? Oh, but a shield ring. That's kind of cool. Actually, I might put on the shield ring. Do I have 2 rings on? I have mundane, which is resist magic and reflect spell. Resist frost. This might be better because there's no undead in here. But if I come across undead, then I'll switch. That's a cool little thing we just found. Alright. Thankfully, there's mostly ogres. There are undead where we're going. Whoops. But I don't believe there are that many. Wow. I severely overestimated how hard this place was. But I guess that's mostly because of me doing it at a much, much lower level when I first played through this game. And we're out of Serpent's Tail. Now, this is an interesting area. It's one of those places that is like its own map thing. You can't... I don't remember if you can fast travel out of here. But, see, it's not like an area on the map. It's actually an inside location. I think you can fast travel, but obviously we don't want to. Now, there's a couple of things that we can do here. It's interesting because there's actually an unmarked quest in Pale Pass. No, fuck. Well, it doesn't seem like these guys are too hard. But they are the highest leveled thing that I could possibly fight here. Cave bosses. Wow, they do a ton of damage. Is there another one? Oh. Let's not aggro both of them. Holy. How is my render distance not that far? It's not far enough to see both ogres, really. Sneaking through here is going to be impossible during the day. I'm tempted to make it go to night, but then if we end up doing the unmarked quest, it is batshit hard. Ooh, motherwort. Thankfully, these ogres are not too terrible. They don't look like they can stammer us. At least not much. Little statue. Where is he coming from? There he is. So yeah, this is this huge little area that has a couple of little interesting tidbits, and I'm tempted to go through and show everything in here. I don't remember if I remember it, because they are unmarked quests, so there's, you know, I believe there's like one thing inside of the ruin we're going into that sort of tips you off, but it's like a couple of chests that you have to find in a specific order or something like that. Don't get stuck on that. Maybe? It's been such a long time since I've looked for the stuff in here. I don't know. I may have to end this episode right after we get the Draconian Madstone, and on our way back through Pale Pass, I will have researched it more. Because I'm totally unprepared for the unmarked quest here, and I really don't want to go through Serpent's Tail again in order to find the thing. So that's where that path led. It's like a cache from one of the soldiers or something that we're looking for. I don't know. I mean, not that we have to find it. But, well, actually, yes, we do. In 100% playthrough, yes, we absolutely need to find this. But we don't have to find it this episode. And I think that may happen anyway. More ruin. Who is... Oh, there you are. Like, somebody's trying to be in combat with me. Yeah, the shield definitely helps more here. Maybe it was like near the very start really high? It's gonna bug me. Alright, I think that's how we're gonna do this. Oh yeah. We've gotten close to the fort. Where is he? I just saw him like a second ago. He's gonna like come up behind me. There he is. I think these guys are too low level to stagger me. Which is a little fascinating. That's not just in the middle of this, is it? Okay. Well, I'll look it up and find it later. I do remember there's an unmarked quest in the Pale Pass. And if I don't... Well, I should find the journal that explains it in the ruin. But in the case I don't... Whoa! Second one. Do I hear a third one? All I hear is the rumbling of these sound effects. Yep, there's definitely a number 3 that's angry at me. But then it might be like an Akaviri skeleton. Well, there's one over there. Not sure how he can get over here. And then up top, is there one? Is there anything up top? Or is going to the top kind of useless? Okay, that's useless. So we can drop down here. What's the easiest way to get there? If I drop right here? Yeah, there we go. Fuck him up. Because otherwise, this guy will just stay up here and activate battle music all the time. Anyways, there we go. That's done. And into the mouth of the serpent with the key. The problem here... Yep. I can't remember if they're all skeletons or if we're going to have to deal with more undead past him. Whoa. You noticed me. That's not good. You guys super leveled or something? Oh, shit. Oh, you are. Oh, that's bad. Because Akaviri Warblades are actually quite powerful. I believe they're on par with ebony weapons. Look at that low frame rate sprite back there, too. Tisk, tisk, Bethesda. Tisk, tisk. Well, I guess 60 frame sprites just didn't exist back then, because nobody thought these games would be running at 60 frames. At least. Because they made this mostly for consoles. Alright. So, Akavari shield. Akavari shield. Where's the sword? I will have my Akaviri sword. God damn it. Did it? It fell through the level, didn't it? Oh, I think it fell through. Damn Bethesda and your stupid collision detection. Alright, well, maybe it just saw me because I got into the light, but... Oh. That was weird. There's lots of light up ahead. Alright. I have to do this. So we don't need the Ring of Aegis. We need the Frost Ring. Because if there are ghosts in here, it's going to be a bad time. So there is another skeleton up ahead. There's a skeleton right here. Yeah, so they're just going to notice me now. Damn. Ah, shit. Well, at least I know I'm going to get a sword. But leveled skeletons are always annoying. At least they're not doing too much damage. Wow, have I pulled everything in this damn dungeon? Might as well have. I think he was upstairs and he got pulled from the fighting down below. Might be easier just to have this shield up for a little bit. Take them all on at once. Oh, well, that one's gonna get aggroed. I'm gonna have 4 skeletons to fight at a time. Actually, it's times like these where I should really be using magic. But I don't think that I have... Flare, 6 points of damage. Turn undead up to level 3. Yeah. They are, they're not level 3. Definitely not level 3. Oh god, it's gonna take forever. There we go. You're dead. I remember, I think there are different levels of their swords too. I'm wondering if all of the swords are going to be available here, or if just the highest levels are. Because I would be so unlucky as to only get... Ooh. Don't mind me, I'm just killing your buddy over here. You stay over there. Alright, so Ruined Shield. Undead Soldier just has Bone Meal. Alright, what is there? Ruined Katana. Ruined Katana. Okay, I think they're all just ruined. Okay. So I have both weapon and shield that comes from this place. That's good. So I believe this is actually the way forward. So let's check out what's upstairs. I believe there's just like a chest or something. Damn it. These guys take forever to fight. Thankfully, it seems like I can stagger them a lot. They're not doing terribly a lot of damage. I think that's mostly because of the weapons they're using. But we'll see about that. Also, I should probably repair my own weapons. Just so it does that little extra bit of damage, which at this point does help. When you're dealing with enemies that have this much health. Any little bit that you can do. Let's see. Are there more? It doesn't look like it. I don't think there are any more enemies. Good for me. Oh, there's another. There's a door here. Scales of the Serpent. Oh shit, it's a multi-level dungeon too? Well, I don't need the Elven Cuirass, but I'll take everything else. Multi-level dungeons are annoying. I'm gonna check out what's through here first. Just because I can't remember if it's an actual multi-level dungeon or if Scales is just an optional. Well, my compass marker is red, so it's definitely a multi-level dungeon, but so many enemies. You know, I'm just gonna skip past you guys. See ya. Where does this take me? Eyes. So there's Scales and eyes. I think Scales? Oh, you come back out through Scales. Yeah, so sorry guys. I'm actually gonna be skipping some parts of this. Just because I know I can sneak past these guys. But I'm already like at an hour and I want to finish this quest. Whoops. Well, good thing I didn't get hit. Anything over here? I should barrel with torches. Okay, so I reposition myself a little bit. Try to stay out of the light. And everything should be fine. It doesn't look like they can see very far in the darkness. So I can get around pretty easily. I'm more worried about if I run into a ghost. What am I going to do? Also, there's one up there. That's nice. There's another one here. What's over here? Fangs of the Serpent. Jesus Christ. It's such a huge dungeon. I don't know why I decided to... This quest kind of needs its own episode, almost. Because of how much there is to it. Wow, I don't think Fangs is even the way that we need to go. I think it's down here. I think it's a separate thing. Which means that there are quite a few optional places. Oh no, this also leads to Fangs. Huh. I wonder what's the difference between these two. Oh, right. This part. I'm guessing that over here is where the other door led from? Yeah. Okay. Ow. And one of these leads back to Scales? Yes. So Scales can also lead down here. You know, if you want to. Ow. So, I'm going to try and make it across here. But there are lights. Oh, lights do not bode well for anyone. Also, don't fall down there. It's annoying. You have to go quite a ways back to get back here. Oh, I'm going to be spotted. Oh my god, I wasn't? So these are both undead. I could have sworn that there was like a master Akavari soldier. Or like different levels of their equipment. It looks like the ruined blade that he has. Yeah, I totally just stood next to him. Checked out his weapon. So there's a ghost. I can't remember if we have to fight, but on the almost extremely likely chance that we will have to fight, I'm going to heal up a little bit.
You have made a long and perilous journey, but there is no time to rest.
What?
The army of Raymond is at our doorstep, and our supplies have dwindled. We have awaited your arrival. Tell us, what news do you bring from Akavir?
Well, we can give him the orders that we found in the pass, in the Serpent's Tail. So, you can do that. You can say you're from the army and you will fight him, or you can say I'm here for the Madstone and you'll also fight him. But this one's
Well done,
the good one to
soldier.
do.
Your mission is complete, and you have my thanks. Now we may rest. Long live the Akavir.
Well, y'all are dead, but, you know. And he opens up a secret passageway. Now, I can't remember, but I think all of the skeletons behind me, like, fall and die? But anyways, chest of gold, hard lock chest. And over here, the Madstone. And that's it. So I'm going to check out what's over here. I think this is just a way that leads out. Yeah, to the Scales. And then Scales has a path that leads through. So I think you go through the bottom level of Scales. That leads to Fangs. Yeah, so the Akaviri all just sort of like drop down and die. So you can go through and like pick up their stuff if you want. But I believe that every enemy in this dungeon is now non-hostile because, well, I mean, they're all dead. So I'm just going to stand up and run. And totally get, you know, ganked by like 3 skeletons once I realize I'm totally saying bullshit here. Anything in here? No. Okay, so this is just a prison. Another dead one. More ruined Akaviri stuff. Wow, very hard. What the hell is even in there? Oh, there's a chest. Well, I want it. Oh, wow. Useless. And in here... Nothing. And nothing. Okay. I just wanted to open everything and make sure I'm not leaving anything behind. Stupid fucking rocks. And then we go back to the mouth. So if you want, you can go through and kill all the enemies and all that fun stuff. But, you do not need to. Not at all. And then we're back outside. And this is where I'm going to end this episode. In the next episode, we're going to go back to Bruma, turn this in, do the other quest in Bruma, because there's only one left, and then maybe move on. But I do want to research a little bit about Pale Pass, because I believe that there's an unmarked quest here. Also, this episode is getting kind of long. So yeah, I will see you guys next time, halfway through the month. Bye-bye.